Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the SNHU 107 Learning Community Webinar, the very first one for your term. I am Melanie Shop, and I am so excited to welcome you to the SNHU family and get you started on the right foot by talking about the top 10 tips for your success here at SNHU. First and foremost, your experience here at Southern New Hampshire University is important to us. It's our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are aspects of instruction or course design that present barriers to accessibility, please notify the Online Accessibility Center, the OAC, as soon as possible at 866-305-9430. You can also email them at oac@snhu.edu or visit the Online Accessibility Center website. The Online Accessibility Center is a team here at SNHU that helps make sure you get content like webinars, classroom content in a way that works best for you. If you have questions on this or want to know more, please make sure to reach out to them as soon as you can. Couple of webinar reminders is that for these webinars, you do not need a microphone or camera. When we do a live session, you just have to be able to hear us and need sound. These webinars are offered in both an on-demand and live format through the term. Check the schedule for any live sessions, but they're always recorded to view at your convenience. The SNHU 107 Learning Community, SNHU Connect, any of the live webinars or sessions are always in an academic space, so always be mindful of your conduct. And remember, these webinars are not mandatory. They are not graded. There's no extra credit points awarded, but you will learn, you will have fun because every week I will cover the content for you as you work through your SNHU 107 term. So a little bit about me. Who am I? I am Melanie Shop. I actually teach a section of SNHU 107. I have been a faculty member for over 20 years, but I also have the unique opportunity to work with students, all of the students that take SNHU 107 and your faculty. I am an academic partner for the first year experience program, and that means that I get to work with you as a new student, but I also get to work with your amazing faculty. Your faculty are so excited to have you all here, and we're just really excited to get to know you. So a few fun facts about me is I love the water. It could be the beach, the pool, the river, the lake, doesn't matter. I think I was a mermaid in a former life. But I also enjoy cycling, road biking, reading, coffee, and time with loved ones. But the biggest thing I want you to take away from this session is that I am a resource for you in your success here at the university. So we get a lot of questions about what is this SNHU 107 learning community? Like, why should I be a part of it? What's in it? Well, first and foremost, it's a place outside of your classroom. So your classroom and where everything is graded, that is in what is called Bright Space. That's that learn.snhu.edu website that you'll go to. That's where your classroom is. That's where your assignments are. That's where you'll meet your faculty member. That is where everything is graded. The learning community is actually in what's called SNHU or SNHU Connect. It's outside of your classroom, but it is a space where you can find all kinds of things. There's peer connections. And that is really important because here in SNHU 107, a lot of you are brand new students. So we have a learning community dedicated specifically to the SNHU 107 class. So you get to know other students that are taking that class that might not be in your specific classroom section, but still taking the class or have already taken it. Plus, I'll post some helpful reminders when there's any live webinars or the pre-recorded links so you can find the webinars when you need to. I post a lot of just-in-time resources. They're called focus videos. They're things like how to find the discussion, how to upload an assignment, just easy, quick tips that you might need as you work through your term. And all of these things just equal your success because the learning community is just one small part of SNHU Connect. There is also clubs, organizations, and a few other department pages in there. Like you can find information on career services, you can find information on academic support. There are so many hobby and interest groups and clubs and organizations, anything from the psychology club to Nerds Unite to creative writing to military groups to student parent groups. I mean, There's so much in there that you can search, and it's just a really great place to just further connect you to the university and everything that you might need for your success. I do have a partner in my first year experience program that is Dr. James Winfield. He is currently unavailable to be with us today. So I wanted to make sure that you got to see his picture. This is his smiling face. He actually also teaches a section of SNHU 107. So some of you guys might have Dr. J, as his students like to call him. But I wanted to make sure that you got to meet him because he is one of our associate deans of first year experience and retention strategies. So I think it's really neat that you get to meet some of the leadership team here at the university and even have them be your professor. A couple of fun facts about Dr. J, just like you learned about me, is he is a Marvel Cinematic Universe fan. He loves to cook. He's a family man, and he is another resource for you. One of the acronyms that Dr. J likes to share is the PEN, P-E-N, acronym. As you know, the university mascot is the SNHU Penmen, right? So he likes to remind every single student that it is so important that you follow first the P, persist. Even when things are tough, continue striving towards making your educational goals and dreams come true. Engage, reach out, network with your fellow students, with your professors, with the resources and instructors and departments here at the university. Engage with them and really build your network, because the more you can connect yourself to the university in some way, shape, or form, you're just going to have such a better experience and really feel supported and understand that you're not alone here at SNHU. As I get into the top 10 tips for your success today, I want you to, if anything, remember these 3 words. You got this, okay? Take a minute, say it out loud with me. I got this. I got this, right? I know for many of you, coming back to school or starting school, it brings up a lot of emotions. You could be nervous, you can be excited, you could be a little overwhelmed, you could be a little fearful. I mean, maybe it's all the emotions in one, but just know that you are worth this journey, and you have so much support along your way. So I wanted to go ahead and just break down quickly what your SNHU 107 class really looks like. So this is a snapshot of your assignments for the term. So you have 5 discussion assignments. That is where you'll need to read maybe a reading or watch a video. There'll be some discussion questions you are asked, and you'll be answering them, and then you'll be replying to a couple of your classmates during those weeks when those are assigned. You'll have 5 activity assignments. These are assignments where you'll be asked very specific questions. You'll need to fill out the answers, save them, and upload them. This becomes really important because you will need Microsoft Word or something compatible for you to do these assignments. You don't have to start from scratch. There's a template, and we have webinars dedicated to each and every one of those. You have 2 warm-ups. Think of these like a quiz, but don't let the word quiz scare you, because these warm-ups you can take multiple times. So after you read the material, watch the videos, you can take these multiple times to earn the most points possible, okay? All of these things together add up to what's called your academic success plan, or your final project of the course. Don't get nervous about a final project, because you're going to be working on pieces of this project throughout the term. It just kind of really connects the dots and brings everything together for your SNHU 107 classroom experience. So this is it. This is all the assignments you're going to have. And remember, you're going to have webinars that are going to walk you through every single week of the term. So first and foremost, tip number 1 is to make the time. Y'all, it is so important for you to sit down and really think about when you will study or do your SNHU assignments, whether you have 1 class or a couple of classes. I know for many of you, you probably have competing priorities. Maybe you work while you're going to school, you might be raising families or taking care of pets, or other people in your household. There's a lot of things that happen in our lives. So it's really important for you to sit down and really think about like when you're going to do your homework and make that time. Put it on your calendar, put it in your phone, schedule it in a way that works for you, and make sure that those in your household know what's happening too, so that they can be a part of that success for you. Tip number 2 is to make connections. Get to know your classmates, get to know your faculty and instructors, and get to know the SNHU departments. I cannot point this out enough. It's just really important because it just helps tie you to the university and you're going to enjoy your experience so much better. Plus, you're going to realize that we are here to help you and make sure that your questions are answered and you are supported. Tip number 3 is to purchase your ebook and get connected. So for your SNHU 107 class, you do have an electronic textbook. You purchase this just like you would any other online shopping. You go directly to the university bookstore. When you go to the bookstore, you will put in the course code, which is SNHU 107. You'll put that you're taking it online. The books are going to pull up. The bundle's going to pull up. You're going to click it, add it to cart, and check out just like you would if you were shopping on Amazon. You all should be getting an email that looks like this or similar to this that kind of goes through those instructions. But these instructions are also located when you log into your SNHU 107 class and click on Start Here. It has this same information. But if you get stuck or you have questions, reach out to your advisor. They can help walk you through it. The biggest thing is when you purchase the book, you want to make sure that you get it all connected to your Vital Source bookshelf. So if you're stuck, not sure, that overwhelms you, you're not alone. It's okay. Baby steps. Reach out to your advisor and they'll make sure that you get all set, okay? Tip number 4 is to have a backup plan. We can make the best plans and have this wonderful schedule we put together, but life happens. Work schedules change. We might have people in our lives that we take care of that get sick, or we get sick, or maybe we break an arm, or, have to travel for work, or work schedules change, or internet goes out, or the computer breaks. I mean, all kinds of things can happen. You're not going to be the first person or the last person it happens to, but make sure you have a backup plan in place. And what I mean by that is if your internet goes down, is there friends or family you can go to their house or the local library to get online and be able to submit your homework and assignments. If you get sick, make sure, or somebody is sick or something happens where you can't turn your assignments in, make sure you have the phone number for your advisor and any of your faculty or instructors for your classes written down somewhere so that you can easily call them, or you can even email them if necessary, so they can just really make sure that they can help you support your success. Having those backup plans in place can really make the difference for your term and how you do it in the course. Tip number 5 is to create a to-do list. Kind of like I mentioned earlier with taking the time to map out when you're going to study and do your SNHU assignments, you want to know what's on your to-do list both inside and outside the classroom so that you don't feel overwhelmed. It helps you to know like what you have to do at home, what you have to do at work, what you have to do at school, and kind of pick your top priorities from day to day so that you can manage yourself successfully and feel kind of balanced and not overwhelmed. It can just help to know what's on your plate. So if you need to tag in anybody else to help you, you can, because tip number 6, communication is key. It is so important for y'all to realize that as you are navigating your classroom space here at the university, communicating with your instructors, your advisor, the university team, fellow students, and those that are supporting you outside of the university is so important. There's so many ways you can reach us by phone, by email. A lot of faculty members will even text message or even do any kind of like a FaceTime or like a Google Hangout. If you look in your classroom space at the My Instructor announcement, it'll tell you how to best get a hold of your instructors from term to term in every class. Utilize that information, because if you get stuck or you have a question or something comes up, it is so much better if we know, because then we can make a plan for your success and make sure you stay on track. So just remember that, if you find yourself stuck or having any kind of a question or just want to say hello and introduce yourself, we love to hear from our students. Tip number 7 is to watch the webinars. It equals your success. So right now you are watching the SNHU 107 preterm webinar. Like I mentioned, we will have webinars dedicated to your success, going through the assignments and different concepts and topics of the course every single week. So next week's webinar is going to talk all about Module 1, where to click, how to find things, what to do. And so it's just really important that you know how to access those webinars. So these are the links where if you ever have to hop into a live one or want to hop into a live session when they're being held, the link is here for how to access that. And then we also have where you can watch any of the recorded webinars. They're up all term long, and you can watch them when it is convenient for you. Tip number 8 is to know your success team. So I want you to take a minute and I want you to think about who supports your success here as you're starting school. Think about who is cheering you on, maybe why you started school, what motivates you to get this degree. I want you to think about those people, and I want you to keep them close and keep the positive people around you, because it can make such a difference as you navigate this journey, because they want you to be successful, but they're also going to remind you to get things done and to make sure that you're staying on track with your homework and your assignments. So keep those people close in your life. Tip number 9 is to use your feedback. This is important. Every week, your faculty will be grading your assignments. I want to be clear that when classes start on week 1, that's when you start doing your assignments. I know it's real easy to get in your classroom and click around and get excited and get comfortable. That's totally fine. You don't want to actually submit any assignments or do any work until classes start. Now, if you got in there and did the warm up early or started doing some stuff, like, don't panic. You're not going to have to redo anything. However, it's really important for you to know that first week is when you want to start your actual assignments. Now, as you go through your very first week, when you start classes, remember that on Thursdays, if there's a discussion assignment due, that is when your initial post is due. That's when you answer the questions asked in the weekly discussion. And then by Sunday is all other assignments and any peer responses for discussions. Okay, can you work ahead? Of course you can, but I caution you to not work too far ahead, because you want to make sure you're able to keep up with the content. And then as your faculty might post like helpful tips and tricks on assignments, you don't want to miss out on that information. But you can work ahead earlier. So if you want to do your discussion on Monday and your warm up on Monday or Tuesday, instead of waiting till the end of the week, you can totally do that. Just pay attention to your due dates, because especially that first week, just remember, discussion initial posts are always due by Thursday. Everything else is always Sunday, but you can always work ahead earlier in the week if you want. Now, in saying that, you're going to turn all your stuff in, right? That first week, your faculty have another 7 days to grade. So some faculty might grade as things come in. Some instructors might grade throughout the week. Some you might not see your grades until that following Sunday. So don't get nervous and panic if you don't see grades until that following Sunday, because your faculty have 7 days to grade things. But it's important that when they do grade your work, that you take a look at what they said and the feedback that they gave you to make any changes or connect with any resources that'll help you earn more points or be more successful on your assignments. Okay. Tip number 10, we're coming in at the end, y'all, is to use your resources. I love this quote by Lincoln Patz. Using all of your resources wisely is key for growth, which opens up success. Unfortunately, most don't realize this, and the door of opportunity stays closed. Just a reminder, you have so many departments here at SNHU that are pulling for your success and want to support you. If you've struggled with writing or haven't written academically in a long time, don't worry about it. We have an amazing academic support writing team where you can submit your discussion assignments and any project work or assignments to this team online with a click of a button. And they, within 24 to 48 hours, give you feedback on ideas of things you could change if you're on the right track. It's a wonderful resource to use. You have your advisor, which is such a wealth of information to connect you to different departments and things that you might need, people, places, or things. And you also have, your instructors. Don't be afraid of us, okay? Don't be nervous to reach out and ask us questions, because we're the ones that grade you. We're the ones that see your assignments, and we want you to be successful. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us with anything that you might need. It is just really important to have that for you and for your success. So that is the top 10 tips for your success as you get started in your SNHU 107 term. Next week's webinar, Module 1, all the webinars load on Monday of the week of the module, is going to walk you through everything that you need to know for week 1, module 1, and getting started for your success. So folks, again, we are so excited to have you here at SNHU. We are so excited to have you as part of our SNHU family. Remember, you got this, and I'll see you next week.